I think that you do something that is amazing. I'm not a writer myself, but I do find it hard sometimes as a reader to read humor and action, to have a good picture of what the action sequences are, or to actually laugh at what's being reading. But I believe that you're amazing at both of them. I laughed a lot during the book while reading your books, and I have a pretty clear image of the action when you're describing it. So I would like to know if you have maybe a process to let you know that you are actually being funny, if you're trying to be funny, and if you have something that reassures you that the person that is reading your action sequences is going to understand it.
For the humor, I think the best is when I make myself laugh. But sometimes, excuse me, sometimes I'll do stuff and I'm not meaning to be funny, or I think it's mildly funny and people will think it's really funny. So it's just, it's an uncertain thing, because I've seen people too who didn't think the books were funny at all, who thought they were very serious. And you're like, well, what about, this part? And yeah, when I write the action sequences, a lot of it is just, a lot of experience over the past years writing action sequences. But one of the things I do is just stick really tightly with the character, with the point of view character, because that character, when you're actually in a fight, you don't need to know everything that's going around you, and you're not focused on that. You're focused on what you're doing and what might be coming at you. And so that's the way I write the scene. And if anything happens, if it's a large fight with a lot of people involved, if anything happens during the reader doesn't need to know all that, because the point of view character doesn't need to know it. If they do need to know anything, I have the point of view character find that out afterward of what happened. But when the scene is actually occurring, that, and that helps, and because it's confusing to me too, trying to write a scene with a bunch of people in it. And if it's confusing to me, it's going to be confusing to the reader. So you want to make sure you understand what's going on, and it's really focused on that point of view character. The problem with Murderbot is Murderbot can see all different angles through all these different cameras and get information from all of these systems as these fights are going on. So I have to use that in the scene, so that makes the scenes a lot more complicated. So again, it's mostly focused on making sure I understand very well what's happening, and so I can make the reader understand.
Well, first, a little comment. When I saw the trailer for the TV show, the series adaptation, one of the best things that I saw, it was that it kept the humor, because I was a little bit worried it would be too action-packed. And it has a lot of action, but it kept the humor, because for me, it was a big part of the reading experience. The quirky personality of the robot, and how it has a dry sense of humor. And I'm very glad that the show is keeping that very strong. And one other thing that